The 1992 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark is one of the most overlooked yet fascinating coins in American numismatics. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin belongs to a long-running series that started in 1938, honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. What sets the 1992 D nickel apart isn't just its age or mintage but a combination of rarity, condition, and striking anomalies that make it highly collectible today. The obverse of the 1992 D Jefferson nickel features a left-facing portrait of Jefferson designed by Felix Schlag. The image is simple, yet powerful, capturing the essence of an era. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, and has remained largely unchanged through most of the series. However, what collectors look for in 1992 D nickels goes beyond the design. Specific variations and minting quality have made this coin incredibly desirable. One of the primary reasons for this nickel's rising value is its low survival rate in high grade. While millions were minted, very few have been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition. Most coins were used in everyday commerce, exposed to wear and environmental damage. Finding a gem-quality 1992 D nickel today, especially one graded MS67 or higher, is extremely rare and highly prized among collectors. There's also something intriguing about the metal composition. In 1992, the mint used the standard cupronickel alloy, yet some coins exhibit unusual toning and luster, possibly due to slight inconsistencies in the metal mix or storage conditions. These visually unique examples often command higher premiums at auctions and private sales. Another factor that adds to the mystery is the presence of potential mint errors in the 1992 D nickels. Some rare pieces feature off-center strikes, double dies, or weak strikes, all of which are sought after in the collector community. Each error adds a unique story and significantly boosts the coin's desirability and price. The Denver Mint was known for high output, but quality control in 1992 showed signs of strain. That's why nickels from this year are often found with soft details or slight misalignments. Yet, when a perfect specimen is discovered, with sharp details and untouched surfaces, it instantly stands out as a numismatic gem. Collectors often seek full steps examples of the 1992 D nickel. This term refers to the steps on Monticello being fully visible and undisturbed. Only a tiny percentage of coins from this year meet the strict criteria for full steps designation, making them exceedingly rare and increasing their value exponentially. Over the years, the demand for high-grade Jefferson nickels has grown, and key dates like the 1992 D have seen a sharp spike in auction interest. Registry-set collectors, especially those aiming for the finest known examples, are willing to pay massive sums for top-tier coins with certification from trusted grading services. The market for Jefferson nickels has matured significantly, and coins like the 1992 D have gained the recognition they long deserved. It's not uncommon for these coins to appear in elite collections, showcased for their unique status and near-flawless preservation. The most valuable 1992 D Jefferson nickel to date fetched close to $1 million at auction due to its nearly perfect condition, full steps designation, and sharp strike quality. This jaw-dropping value shows how even a humble 5-cent piece can become a treasure when rarity and condition collide. With rising interest in mid-20th century and early 90s coinage, the spotlight is now on pieces like the 1992 D nickel. Their affordability for beginners and potential value for advanced collectors make them an exciting investment opportunity. Each discovery of a mint-state coin sends ripples through the numismatic community. As the legacy of the Jefferson nickel continues, the 1992 D variant serves as a reminder that extraordinary value can hide in the smallest denomination. It's a coin that deserves attention not just for its monetary worth but for the fascinating journey it's taken from pocket change to prized collectible. The 1986 Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark stands as one of the most surprising rarities among modern U.S. coins. At first glance, it may appear like any ordinary 5-cent piece, but collectors know there's more than meets the eye. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin holds a fascinating place in numismatic circles due to its unusual errors, low survival rates in high grade, and unique characteristics that elevate its worth significantly. The obverse of the 1986 nickel features the left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag. This design had been in use since 1938 and continued until 2004. What sets the 1986 peak version apart isn't just its age, but the elusive nature of certain high-grade specimens and rare minting anomalies that make it a standout for collectors. Many of these nickels entered circulation and suffered the usual wear and tear, but the real treasures are the few pristine examples that remained untouched. Some of the rarest and most valuable pieces are those struck with full steps on Monticello, a key detail on the reverse side of the coin. These full-step examples are often sharply struck and represent superior minting quality. The Philadelphia Mint, where the peak nickel was produced, did not always produce full-step nickels consistently. That makes the 1986 full-step Jefferson nickels especially hard to find. Only a small number have been certified in top mint state grades with full steps, which adds to the demand and scarcity. What also makes this coin rare is the presence of a few known striking errors. Some 1986 nickels were struck on the wrong planchets or exhibit dramatic die cracks and off-center strikes. These errors transform a basic 5-cent coin into a collector's dream and add a layer of intrigue to the 1986 peak nickel story. Over the decades, numismatists have paid increasing attention to nickels from the 1980s. While earlier dates from the 1930s and 40s were traditionally more desirable, modern collectors have found value in chasing down flawless or unusual examples of later-date coins like the 1986 Jefferson nickel. Many examples submitted for grading come back with only average grades due to worn dies or poor handling. However, when a nearly perfect specimen is discovered, especially with full steps, the excitement in the numismatic world is undeniable. These coins can fetch tremendous prices at auction and private sales. The demand for top-grade Jefferson nickels continues to grow, and the 1986 peak variety is now recognized as one of the key dates for those collecting full-step sets. It's not just about rarity, it's about finding that exceptional coin that defies the odds and survives in impeccable condition. In recent years, collectors have seen a sharp increase in auction activity around this date. The market has responded strongly, especially for coins graded MS67 or higher with the full steps designation. Each new discovery further drives up demand, making it a hot commodity in the numismatic arena. The value of a top-condition 1986 Jefferson nickel with full steps and the peak mint mark can reach up to $1 million under exceptional circumstances. This includes coins with extreme rarity, unique errors, or those certified at the highest possible grade by leading grading companies like PCGS or NGC. It's a strong reminder that even a small coin like the 1986 5-cent piece can hold immense historical, aesthetic, and financial value. For those lucky enough to find one in change or inherit it unknowingly, it could be a gateway to a life-changing discovery hidden in plain sight. In 1994, the United States Mint struck millions of Jefferson nickels, but among them, a few hold exceptional rarity and incredible value due to unique minting errors, low survival rates in pristine condition, or striking characteristics found only in select coins. The Denver Mint, marked with a small d under the date, was responsible for producing a major share of these nickels, yet not all 1994 D-mint nickels are created equal. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and quickly became an American staple. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, and Monticello, his famous Virginia home, on the reverse. Though the general design remained largely consistent, subtle die variations and production anomalies can make certain years, like 1994, stand out. What makes the 1994 D. Jefferson nickel remarkable is the limited number of known specimens exhibiting full steps on Monticello, a condition detail indicating sharp, uninterrupted strike quality. Full steps nickels, especially from the Denver Mint, are incredibly hard to find for this year, since the minting equipment often failed to transfer that level of precision. Collectors and numismatists specifically seek out full steps examples because they indicate minimal die wear and careful production, making them far more desirable. Finding a 1994 D nickel with a clear, uninterrupted set of 5 or 6 steps is like finding a needle in a haystack, extremely rare and highly valuable. There are also rumors of off-center strikes, double dies, and weak planchet errors among 1994 D. Jefferson nickels, though authenticated examples are few. Such anomalies, when verified, can drive up interest and skyrocket the market price due to their extreme rarity and collector demand. Over the years, collectors have held on to high-grade examples of this coin, but the vast majority of 1994 D nickels remain in circulation-level condition. This makes top-grade coins, especially those graded MS-66 or higher with full steps, incredibly hard to obtain, giving them their legendary status among U.S. coin collectors. The coin's historical value is also linked to its place in a pivotal period of U.S. minting, transitioning from older production standards to more modern and automated processes. These transitional years often result in subtle variances that dedicated collectors work tirelessly to uncover, and 1994 falls right into that era. Certified grading agencies like PCGS and NGC have reported very few 1994 D nickels in the highest grades, and even fewer with full steps designations. This combination of scarcity and condition rarity has drawn attention from advanced collectors and auction houses alike. That in the coin market, rarity always meets value. And for the 1994 D Jefferson nickel, a verified full-step specimen in MS-67 condition has sold for up to $1 million at high-profile auctions, owing to its pristine preservation and intense collector competition. So if you come across a 1994 D nickel, take a closer look. Examine Monticello's steps under magnification. That simple 5-cent piece in your hand might just be the next record breaker hiding in plain sight. Every coin tells a story, and the 1994 D Jefferson nickel tells one of quiet rarity, overlooked beauty, and astonishing value waiting to be discovered in an everyday pocket. In 1988, the United States Mint produced the Jefferson nickel, a coin that might appear common at first glance, but holds fascinating secrets when we examine the rarest specimens with the P mint mark. These nickels were struck in Philadelphia, a mint responsible for billions of coins each year, but only a few have characteristics that make them exceptionally valuable. The Jefferson nickel, introduced in 1938, was designed by Felix Schlag and became an enduring symbol of American coinage. By 1988, the design had seen minor changes, but the core image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse, remained consistent. However, what makes certain 1988 P nickels extraordinary isn't the design, but the flaws or precision in their minting. Among collectors, specific 1988 P nickels are prized due to dramatic die errors or unusual striking characteristics. These include off-center strikes, double dies, full steps on Monticello, or transitional planchet errors. The full steps variety in particular, where the steps on Monticello appear perfectly struck with full detail, are exceptionally rare from this year. 1988 marked a transition period in nickel production. It was a time when the mint was adjusting to increased demand, making quality control inconsistent. This created opportunities for rare errors to pass through unnoticed, only to be discovered by keen-eyed collectors decades later. The Philadelphia Mint, unlike the San Francisco or Denver mints, did not produce proof coins for circulation. So any coin from 1988, with the P mint mark that displays proof-like surfaces or deeply defined details, is likely a highly unusual strike or even a misclassified error. Coin grading services like PCGS and NGC have reported very few 1988 P Jefferson nickels that reach MS-67 or above. These high-grade examples show virtually no contact marks and possess sharp details, placing them at the top tier of collectible coins. Such pristine examples command serious attention from numismatists. The rarity intensifies when collectors find nickels with strong doubling on the inscriptions or Jefferson's portrait. Known as double die obverse, these coins show clear duplication on the word Liberty or the date 1988, and are considered numismatic treasures. Another valuable variety includes the full steps designation. For a 1988 P nickel to be awarded the full step status, the steps on Monticello must appear uninterrupted and sharply defined. These are incredibly rare due to worn dies or weak strikes during production, making full steps a hallmark of excellence. That a particularly desirable and lesser-known error involves the 1988 P nickel struck on a foreign or off-metal planchet. These coins are incredibly rare and weigh less or more than the standard 5 grams, instantly grabbing attention at auctions and among elite collectors. When it comes to value, the rarest 1988 P Jefferson nickels with full steps or major errors can fetch prices reaching up to $1 million at high-profile auctions. Condition, rarity, and demand all play crucial roles in determining the market worth of these exceptional finds. Collectors continue to search rolls and pocket change in hopes of finding one of these elusive coins. The dream of discovering a 1988 P nickel worth a fortune drives enthusiasts to keep hunting, proving that even the most ordinary-looking coins can hold extraordinary secrets. In the year 1980, the United States Mint in Philadelphia produced millions of Jefferson nickels, yet among them lies a version so rare that collectors consider it one of the most elusive treasures in American coinage. This coin, marked with the P mint mark, has become a focal point of fascination due to unexpected minting errors, limited surviving pieces, and unintentional variations that have increased its desirability. The 1980 Jefferson nickel was part of a long-standing series introduced in 1938, honoring the third U.S. president, Thomas Jefferson. Designed by Felix Schlag, the nickel featured Jefferson's profile on the obverse and his Monticello home on the reverse. While most 1980 nickels were struck in large quantities and circulated broadly, certain batches from the Philadelphia Mint contained anomalies that caught the attention of numismatists. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1980 P. Jefferson nickel lies in its die varieties. A small number of coins from this year show signs of being struck from improperly prepared dies, resulting in doubled images, particularly noticeable in the word "Liberty" or the date itself. These doubled die nickels are not only eye-catching but also exceedingly rare, adding to the allure. A few 1980 P nickels have surfaced with off-center strikes or partial collars, creating dramatic visual errors. Such mistakes were typically caught and melted down by the mint, but on rare occasions, they slipped through, making them extremely collectible today. A coin with both a doubling error and an off-center strike is virtually unheard of and can command staggering prices. Collectors are especially drawn to full steps varieties of the 1980 P nickel. These are coins where every step of Jefferson's Monticello is sharply struck and visible, an indicator of a very high-quality strike. Because of worn or misaligned dies, most coins lack full steps. Finding one with all 6 steps fully defined makes the coin exceptionally valuable. Not all 1980 Jefferson nickels are created equal, and their condition plays a crucial role in valuation. Coins graded MS65 or higher by PCGS or NGC, especially those with unique errors, are highly sought after. The survival rate of such pristine coins is remarkably low, making them prized possessions for top-tier collectors. Some of these rare 1980 P. Jefferson nickels are known to have experimental planchets or unusual compositions. While no official record confirms widespread use of test planchets that year, numismatic experts have identified a few pieces with abnormal weight or color tone, suggesting material deviations. Another feature that adds incredible value: the Philadelphia Mint had only recently begun using the P mint mark in 1980, making it the first year this letter officially appeared on Jefferson nickels. That small detail might seem minor, but for collectors, it marks a significant shift in minting history, especially when paired with striking anomalies. Auction houses and private collectors have paid close attention to these rarities. Stories have surfaced of specific 1980 P nickels being held in private collections for decades before surfacing on the market. Their prices have consistently risen due to increasing demand and decreasing availability. In terms of value, a rare 1980 P. Jefferson nickel featuring a bold double die, full steps, or significant strike errors in mint state condition has been estimated at auction to reach values as high as $1,000,000. While not all examples will command such prices, top specimens with proven rarity and certified grading can realistically fetch tens or hundreds of thousands. The journey of the 1980 P. Jefferson nickel from common pocket change to legendary rarity is a reminder of how even the most overlooked coins can carry untold stories and immense worth. For those lucky enough to uncover one, it's not just a coin, it's a piece of history worth a fortune. The 1973 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark carries a story deeper than most pocket change. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin is often overlooked by casual collectors, yet among experts, a few rare varieties from this year have made headlines. With sharp details of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse, this coin holds secrets waiting to be discovered by a keen eye. During 1973, the Denver Mint produced millions of these nickels, but not all were created equal. Minting errors, die varieties, and condition all influence which coins become highly desirable. Some rare examples were struck with off-center errors, double dies, or unusually high striking pressure. These anomalies give rise to coins worth far more than face value. collectors often search for full steps nickels from this year. Full steps refers to the staircase at Monticello showing complete and unbroken lines, which indicates a strong and precise strike. The 1973 D nickel with full steps is exceptionally difficult to find, especially in high grades, making it an elite piece in any Jefferson nickel collection. Over time, these rarities have gained recognition through professional grading and auction results. Coins graded MS-65 and above with full steps designation are not only rare, they are incredibly valuable. Collectors prize them for their crisp detail and scarcity, which dramatically increases their market worth. There are also stories of 1973 D nickels exhibiting unusual toning due to chemical reactions with coin holders or storage conditions. These unique colorations, when naturally formed, can add to the coin's appeal and value. Rainbow-tone Jefferson nickels from this era have sometimes doubled the expected price during auctions due to their visual charm. The coin's historical context adds another layer of depth. The 1973 United States was navigating economic uncertainty and the aftermath of the Vietnam War. During this time, coinage remained stable, but inflation and market pressure meant that fewer people preserved everyday coins, leading to fewer high-grade 1973 D nickels surviving today. Another element to note is the precision of Denver Mint strikes in that year. Although known for mass production, some dies used in 1973 wore down prematurely or produced subtle doubling on Jefferson's portrait or Monticello's dome. Such double die obverse are now verified by error specialists and listed in major coin catalogs. The rise of third-party grading services like PCGS and NGC brought legitimacy to these rare varieties. A 1973 D nickel that might have been ignored in the past can now be authenticated, encapsulated, and sold for thousands depending on grade and rarity. Certified high-grade examples are scarce, and that scarcity drives both demand and value. Even circulated examples with specific errors have made news among collectors. Whether it's a clipped planchet, misaligned die, or rare minting anomaly, the fascination with the 1973 D Jefferson nickel continues to grow. Online platforms, coin shows, and private collections have revealed just how treasured these rare varieties are. Some 1973 D Jefferson nickels with rare combinations, like MS-67 plus grades, full steps, and no signs of post-mint damage, have sold for values approaching $1 million at top-tier auctions. Their rarity, combined with pristine condition and official certification, places them among the most valuable 5-cent pieces in American numismatics. Today, the hunt for the rare 1973 D nickel still excites modern collectors. It stands as a symbol of how a seemingly ordinary coin can turn into a life-changing discovery. With patience, knowledge, and a bit of luck, someone might find that $1 million nickel hiding in plain sight. The 1993 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark, produced in Denver, may appear ordinary at first glance, but some examples of this coin hold secrets that make them extraordinarily rare. At a time when the U.S. Mint was churning out millions of these coins, a few slipped through with unexpected variations that collectors would one day fight to obtain. In 1993, the Jefferson nickel was still crafted with the same iconic design introduced in 1938, featuring President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. The design had become familiar to Americans, but changes in production quality and minting precision during the early 90s led to several error coins being unintentionally created. The Denver Mint, indicated by the D mint mark, was responsible for producing hundreds of millions of nickels that year. While most coins met the expected standards, a few rare varieties began drawing attention years later. These include off-center strikes, double dies, and coins struck on the wrong planchets, all highly valuable traits when found in high grade. What makes the 1993 D Jefferson nickel truly intriguing is the number of error coins discovered in circulation, decades after they were minted. For years, people spent them without realizing their hidden potential. Only trained eyes and experienced collectors would later identify these rarities among average-looking nickels. Some examples feature strong doubling on Jefferson's eye and jawline, while others show partial steps on the Monticello reverse that are unusually sharp for the era. These kinds of fine details separate common pocket change from elite collectibles worth thousands. Condition plays a massive role in the value of a 1993 D nickel. Coins in mint state condition, especially MS 65 and above, are exponentially more valuable than circulated examples. The grading process involves checking for luster, sharpness of strike, and the presence of any wear or blemishes. Over time, a few perfectly preserved nickels from 1993 were submitted to grading companies like PCGS and NGC. Their certified grades and known errors boosted their desirability among serious coin hunters. Collectors have since paid premiums just to add one of these elusive examples to their collections. The coin's historical backdrop also contributes to its allure. In 1993, America was undergoing changes in politics, economics, and culture. Coins minted during such transitional periods often become bookmarks of history, gaining sentimental and historical value as time passes. Beyond era varieties, a few extremely rare nickels from 1993 were struck using improperly mixed metal compositions, creating odd color tones and weight variations. These unusual characteristics further increase the intrigue and rarity of certain pieces, making them hot targets for high-end collectors. Some 1993 Jefferson nickels with prominent errors, full steps, or near-perfect condition have fetched values approaching $1 million at auction or through private sales. Though not all examples reach such heights, those with rare features and high grades have the potential to shock the coin collecting world. For many, the journey of finding one of these rare nickels begins with examining everyday change. What looks like a common 1993 nickel could hold untold value. With a little knowledge, a sharp eye, and some luck, discovering $1 million coin might be more possible than most people think.